Hey everybody, welcome back. Falcon, Timber, and Stone. Let's get the game going on over here. Alrighty, so last episode was terrifying as all hell. If you didn't catch it, I would advise you do, because we ran into some goblins, and those goblins were terrifying as all hell. We actually ran into 3 of them. It was 2 archers. One of them actually set my wood stockpile over here on fire, but he didn't completely ruin it, oddly enough. Yeah, see, the current storage is still fine, and this actually provides 200. So, yeah, I guess we got to him in time before he actually burned it down. There was a fire on there, but we were able to control it pretty well. And not only did we take care of 2 archers, goblins, we also took care of a ravager who was over here. Let me see if I could show you what he was doing over here. He actually made a fireplace himself, and he was running around cutting down trees and stuff. It was really the most awkward thing imaginable. But, you know, I found it pretty cool, because I was like, you know, is that them trying to build their own society over here, and then they'll probably build their own base and try to attack us that way? I'm not sure, but if that is how it works, then that's fucking awesome. But if it's not, then, you know, I like to imagine that's how it works, so whatever. But, Fatal Extraction, unfortunately, wasn't ready for the call. He was tired. Which, oddly enough, he's over here gathering resources when he should be sleeping because he was fatigued. That's the reason why I couldn't use him to fight. We had to use Scion Psycho, who's always up for the task, and then we also went to Scabia as a backup fighter, and she did wonderfully for us. So, yeah, we have a good backup over here, too. If you guys hear any background noise, by the way, that is construction happening, like, literally right outside of my apartment over here. So, I do apologize for that. I hope it doesn't come through too much in the video and the recording itself, but if it does, then, you know, it's unfortunately out of my control. And the reason why I'm recording today is because I'm going to not be able to record the next few days. So, in order to, you know, have some episodes to show daily, I need to record quite a few today, which is my only free day from work in the next few days, because I'm going to be kind of swamped. I won't be able to record, and if I can't record, that means no, you know, no daily videos, and, you know, I hope you guys appreciate the videos enough that you want to see them daily. Alrighty, so, you are over here mining away. We have a big mining process happening over here. Oh, you know another thing that I wanted to talk about last time, before you got attacked by every sort of goblin imaginable? If I go over an item and press V, iron ore level 8, copper ore level 3. This will tell me exactly how leveled the miner has to be to kind of get this ore out of there. So, again, that was also another comment that I read, or comments that I read. It was not just one, it was quite a few of you people telling me about that. What do you mean, you people? You beautiful viewers, males and females, I love you, every single one of you. So I appreciate those tips. As much as you guys told me about that, you guys told me about the depth level, which is, I'm going to do something right now. See this is depth level. This also came from your comments, so thank you for that. It makes it a lot easier for me to spot enemies too. Now then, there is something that I need to discuss over here, and that is, I want to domesticate some sheep as well. And we have some chickens, and we have not getting any feathers from them. I read in the forums that it takes a while before you actually do that. This is my engineer over here trying to make these dummies to level up a bit, right? Let's go ahead and deconstruct. Deconstruct. Now, I'm having my engineer just kind of make these dummies because we're trying to level that up. Because if I get the engineer leveled up enough, we can make a really good door for our wall that won't be taken down too easily. So really quickly here, who is my engineer right now? Is it an engineer that I've been leveling up? It should be. Let's see. Engineer. Yes, R. Kelly. He's been the one working on engineering over here. He laid off a blacksmith work to start learning some engineering. Our tools look fine right now. So R. Kelly, let me jump over to you, my friend. You're over here. You're only at level 3, huh? It's pretty low. Train under level 3. I think you're already level 3 though, obviously. So, no more of that. We're going to have you wait in hall while you're idle. But right now I need you to build a few more of these. So we'll go into military. We'll do training dummy. And we'll just have you place these bad boys again. We're just going to break them down once he builds them. I feel really bad for R. Kelly. You know, he's always making stuff, and the moment he makes it, I always break it down, so it's just kind of like, what's the point, Falcon? I made like 1 million minecarts last time, and you just broke them down right after. It's kind of like, you know what, dog? That's just how it works, okay? So we'll place all of you guys over here. This will give you a lot to do for a while. Oh, good. Elevation issues. I love those. Another thing I want to do once we get some more levels here is I want to level out the entire area inside of here to one single depth level. Because you know how we have like a bunch of like slopes and like, you know, weird ramps and stuff. I want to get that all leveled out because it really bothers me when I can't place an item in a specific spot according to my OCD because of a weird depth level thing issue happening. So I do want to do that at some point, but right now it's kind of like something I want to do afterwards. Right now I think it's more important to get this wall built, which Scabia is doing a pretty good job of. We're not building the house yet. This is going to be like a, I guess the house is going to be here forever, but it's something I just want to have at least where they could kind of sleep under, make it a little bit more homey for now before we expand outwards, but I want to get this up and running. The reason why I'm not starting on that now, even though we have the wall, is because we're trying to get this wall over here because the goblins can swim, skeletons can walk underwater, so if we're not over here secured back here, they're still going to get inside, and what's the point of my wall if they can still get in through here, you know? So we have to finish this up first. So she is going to be working on that, and by she I do mean Scabia. Which she's probably sleeping right now. A lot of people are tired right now, and that makes sense. Perfectly fine for you to get some rest. We have 2 miners going about it right now. Our tools look pretty fine, yes, still, right? Now, who is awake and who isn't? I think everybody's pretty much working right now. Well, I mean, everybody's pretty much asleep right now, minus my 2 miners, unless I'm wrong here. Let me lower the depth and see if there's anybody out and about. We have to also switch my woodchopper's mentality here. What I lightly touched on last time was that people were telling me in the comments to Falcon, don't remove the stumps. You want to leave the stumps there because if you remove the stumps, trees won't grow back, and then you're going to be running into wood issues down the line. And by wood issues, believe me, I know that I'm going to have wood issues down the line, but that's okay because that's what Viagra's for. But, you know, all jokes aside, we're talking about actual lumber issues in terms of, like, you know, having lumber to build stuff. So, thank you for that. It means that I got to stop removing stumps, which is good. I'll keep that in mind. Right now, though, we have a big issue, and that is that you, Dragon, have to walk all the way over there to cut down trees and then come back over here really encumbered. And that's not good. We need to get you another stockpile somewhere over here. And as a matter of fact, I think it's about time we have you kind of chop down trees closer to home, right? There's some trees over here that could be worked on, and same over here. We could even put a wood stockpile here and have you chop down this stuff over here. So I think we're going to do that. So in order to make that happen, you need to drop those off, number 1. And if any of these trees are still assigned over here for shopping, which they are, we need to remove that. So remove trees. So let's see. This is going to be right here. Okay. So that's no longer being cut down anymore. You drop that off over here. The moment you do that, I'm going to have you come and start. You know, this isn't too far from our X-Show area, and this is where I kind of want to expand the village to. So maybe removing some of these trees wouldn't be the worst thing. Trees over here as well. A lot of them over here too. Alrighty, so let's do storage of wood. Raw wood stockpile. I'm going to place this bad boy like over here. So he'll probably come over here and build that after he's done dumping that stuff off, because he shouldn't have any more things to cut down over here. So hopefully he's on his way to do that. If not, he's probably on his way to get some rest. And I think a rest seems more viable because his fatigue is relatively high. So that is understandable. It's fine. You need some rest too because your HP is kind of low. You survived that one. Oh, by the way, if you guys didn't catch the last episode, again, I recommend you to go watch it just because of all the goblin fighting. But Dragon actually took down a goblin by himself. I talked about 3 goblins. No, it was 4. We took down 2 archers, a ravager, and initially we had a marauder, I'm pretty sure, or a marauder. And Dragon fought him by himself as a woodchopper class just with his axe. He was completely encumbered, so I couldn't get him to run away from the goblin. The goblin caught up to him, and I was kind of like, well, Dragon, if you're gonna die, what better way to go down than the boss, right? So I started having him attack the goblin, and he stunned the goblin, and he killed the goblin with like 70 whacks from his stone. He got him down and killed him. I was actually kind of surprised, and that was actually pretty amazing. So the fact that Dragon's even alive right now is fucking a miracle in itself. So he does deserve that sleep. That much I can tell you. My miner's gonna continue working here overnight, and that's about it. Everybody else seems to be asleep, although I think somebody just woke up. Oh yeah, you know what, trader. Davion Evans, we're done with you, dog. No more trading with you, so what were you working on before this, by the way? Oh, herder, right? You were my herder. Now, in terms of the herder, I read some pretty interesting stuff here. Is number 1, you need some shears, which I don't think we have. Let me go to my tools really quickly. We have 1. We do have 1, but we should probably try to make a few more. Now, shears are made by the blacksmith, which, oh, dude, really? 3 ingots for 1 shear? That's a pain in the dick right there. How many ingots do we have? We have 5. How much copper do we have? Copper? We have 3 copper. Oh, haha. Well, we have 1 shear, and that's more than enough for now, right? Maybe? Maybe. Alrighty, so 1 shear. We have 1. Next time there's a merchant, let's see if he's down to sell us one, maybe if it's kind of cheap. How much coin do we have? 10. We have 1 corn seed, though, which we haven't actually set up for farming, which we will. So, Davion Evans, here's what you're going to do. You're going to go into your inventory, and what you need to do to be a good herder is also maintain some shears in your inventory. That's what I heard anyway. So, shear. What this is going to do is that on occasion, he's going to go over and pluck some feathers and wool from the sheep and the chickens, if I'm right. That's what I read anyway. I'm not sure if that's true or not. The forums in the the Timber and Stone forums aren't really too populated. Well, they kind of are, but the information is kind of sparse on occasion, especially because a lot of the information there is for older builds, so I'm still not completely sure how all this information applies to the latest builds, essentially. He's coming over here, though. Let's see if he does anything. Oh, he totally is doing it! Oh, here comes some feathers, dog. We're gonna be able to get some arrows. Yeah! Good on you, dog. So you know what that means? We could kind of go over here and domesticate some sheep then, because we could get some wool off of them. So, let me grab Chickadee Doo over here. Domesticate chicken. And that's about it. Let's grab some sheep. I heard that boar is probably better to just be left alone. You can get animal fur from them on occasion, but it's really not as important as wool and feathers can be. So, I'm gonna grab them. Now, here's the other thing I read about too, which I thought was amazing. Whenever wolves actually spawn, what wolves do is actually try to get into your base and kill your domesticated animals. Also kill animals in the map itself. So it's probably to your best advantage, or to my best advantage, that whenever there's a wolf on the screen, go and kill it, because they will actually hunt down the animals in the map, and, you know, obviously the animals in the map are relatively limited, especially in terms of their spawn rate. So you might want to keep that in mind. So, Davion Evans, you have how many feathers? Excuse me? Is there a chance for it to fail? 9 food. Wait a minute. Oh, he's just collecting eggs off of them, essentially. I'm not sure why you need the shears for that, but okay. Yeah. Okay, I thought he was collecting the feathers already. What I heard, too, or what I read, is that the feathers are actually relatively hard to come by, so it takes you a lot longer to get feathers, but the best way to get feathers is to domesticate chickens, because that's the way you get feathers over time, as opposed to killing them on the map and then not having them spawn anymore. But Davion Evans is now level 3 herder, so maybe that'll probably, hopefully, increase our comeuppance here. Gabriel's now level 7 miner. Good. We're just working away. Everybody's working for the weekend. Got a piece of my time. Okay, whatever. Alright, so this hasn't been built because our homeboy is asleep, and that makes sense. Let's actually speed it up over here if we can, then. Let's try to get through this night, because nobody wants to see the nighttime stuff. Oh, by the way, I also read in the comments, too. I'm telling you, this is my catch-up episode where I'm kind of letting you guys know what I finally read, even though you're going to probably see it till, like, Sunday now. But again, I read every single comment, and I take every sort of advice you give me to heart, and whenever I get the chance, I will come back and apply it. I also read that the nighttime is actually really dark for some people, and that makes sense, because what YouTube does is when it takes your video, it re-renders the video that you give it, right? When you're uploaded. Most of the time, it always makes the video darker than it originally is supposed to be. So I'll keep that in mind, because a lot of people on tablets or phones don't really see... Hey, can you close this, yeah, thank you. A lot of people that watch these videos on tablets or phones, the video is actually really, really dark, because, I guess it's just basically the nature of phones and tablets, how they have the thicker, screens. It might just be that, or it might just be YouTube hating tablet and phone thing, but videos on tablets and phones, regardless of which, are a lot darker than they would be on a PC screen. Keeping that in mind, I'm going to try to make these night portions, lighter. I don't think I could do that in-game, can I? I don't think I can, so what I'm going to do is, post-production, when I render my videos, I'm going to try to make this area... I'm going to brighten it up, like, myself, and then hopefully what it'll do is that when it comes up on YouTube, this portion will look a little bit lighter to you people watching on tablets and things of that nature. What I could also do is just, turn this on. Give us a little bit of extra light here, too. But, it's still probably not going to help overall, but it's something I just thought about doing. But I will try to brighten the videos a bit more in post-production so that people having a hard time watching the nighttime things will be easier to watch. So you're gonna go over here and grab some more sheep, that's good. And we do have a lot of wheat though, so I'm not really worried about keeping these guys fed. They're over here eating, look at them. I wish you could kind of put them into their own separate pen, but it doesn't really work that way. So I did read about this too, by the way, in one of the comments. People were like, Falcon, you're not gonna remove them from different areas. They all just basically go into one pen. Although this chicken over here has his own pen. This guy has like the fucking luxury suite of pens over here. It's like, yeah, this is all for me. Me alone. All of you common plebes are over here just hanging out by myself, but here, I got it going on. Alrighty. So, everybody's for the most part awake now. We haven't talked about this man over here, which is, who are you? Mark Solar, the fisherman. Look at this guy just fishing away over here. At least he's trying to. He's bringing in some food for us, yeah, he totally is. Now, I'm not sure how that's going to work out once we get the wall built. I guess probably once we have the wall built, I'll make like a door for him to go out and fish in. Or maybe he would just go out by himself and go up and around and fish. We'll see. Because I don't really want to have a door over here, or maybe it'll be ideal. I'm not sure. We'll see how this works out for me. But for now, he's fishing over here, and that's fine. Now then, you are woodchopper, so that's fine. Now, my engineer is not making these dummies. Our tools are still relatively okay. Who's my engineer again? It's R. Kelly. R. Kelly, why aren't you, working on those dummies over here? I would really like to know that. Do you require anything? You require twine and timber, which you do have. And we have weed. Crafted by level 3 engineer. R. Kelly, any reason why you're not working anymore? Train under level 3. You're an engineer, right? I'm not tripping balls here. Yeah, no, you're an engineer. You want to go over here and work? Like, do you want to do that? Like, if I put you over here, would you work? You're just running back over here immediately. Okay, you're grabbing items now. So now you'll do it? Now you'll do it, okay. Yeah, momentary brain fart maybe on R. Kelly's fault, you know. Apparently he was, believing he could fly. He believes he could touch the sky. He thinks about it every night and day, spread his wings and fly away. These R. Kelly references are out of control here. Alrighty, but either way, he gave me, R. Kelly. By the way, it's not supposed to be R. Kelly 5. This is supposed to be an S. Apparently, R. Kellis was taken up, so he had to remove the S and put a 5 in its place. So it's not R. Kelly 5, it's R. Kellis, but he gave me carte blanche to just call him whatever the fuck I want, so I love R. Kelly 5. Makes him sound like some sort of, like, you know, I don't know, techno DJ or something. You get some sleep already, huh? I guess that's the reason why he stopped working momentarily. Alrighty. Dragon's over here getting some rest, getting some HP. Good. Oh, speaking of HP, I read in the comments again. Thank you guys again, once again. Like, you know, most of the stuff that I learned it through you guys. I mean, there's some stuff that I pick up on my own, but for the majority, it comes from you. Bandages do not work in this build. Don't work at all. So I made them for nothing. But keeping that in mind, maybe I could sell them for some pretty good money. So let me go to bandages, and we're going to set these guys up for selling. I don't think you could reconstruct those or break them back down to wool, which is a problem, but, you know, it's my fault. I have nobody to blame but me for... Well, it's not really my fault. I was just trying to make a good thing happen over here and recover some HP on the fly, but it doesn't work. So I'm going to just set them up for selling. Maybe they give you some good money. We'll see. The other thing we talked about is that we do have some farm. We have some corn. We have one corn seed. So let's, I don't know, make a really small cornfield over here. See if it applies. We'll see. I probably don't expect it to, but we'll see. I mean, can I do it that much? Does it just have to literally, like, one square because it's only one seed? Oh, no. I guess we'll keep an eye on her and see if what happens. Hey, look, we're bringing more animals to this side, too. We got a little bit of segregation happening over there for some reason. You built this already, correct? Yes, you did. Alrighty. So you know what that means, dog. It means that you're gonna come over here. Let's go ahead and upgrade this number 1. And after we upgrade it, I'm gonna have you just cut down trees over here. But we're gonna do only shop mature, because we don't want to remove the stump. Remember, that's bad. And we're gonna do like, excuse me. Go up here. Preferably all these trees would be ideal. That's not being... There you go. all that, all that. So yeah, get these dudes out of the way, and then, remember, we're not gonna remove the stumps, so they'll grow back over time, and we'll be happy campers over here. Well, technically not. We're not really camping, we're just kind of settling, but you know what I meant. Alrighty. Good, good. Let's get some of these guys over here, too. This whole passageway would be nice to get a removal of trees, maybe, huh? There you go. Alrighty. Now then. That's looking good. We'll have a upgraded stockpile over there. Let's pause the game, and we're going to call an episode here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Leave a thumbs up, leave a like. The support does mean a lot. Hopefully next episode we'll get everybody up and running, awake, get everything going, and maybe this night will probably fucking finally end, so we could probably see more clearly. I'm worried about there being some more enemies out here, but we can check that out next episode by just lowering the depth. So I will catch you guys next time, and be sure to leave any advice. It's always really useful, believe me, it's been helping me a lot. I'll catch you then.